This is incredible. What would you say to someone who is feeling stuck and who may have gotten off track with living their purpose?
Mm-mm. It can feel very disorienting, I think, when we are stuck. And in the book, I tell a story about getting my scuba diving license. I was in high school, and my brother and my dad were avid scuba divers. And so I wanted to join the ranks of adventures with them and go from snorkeling to getting to, really experience the ocean life. And so, a part of that process, you do a pool dive, and then you do a lake dive, and then you do the big open water dive. And so, the pool dive, it's clear, it's great. The lake dive in Central Florida that we chose, I think it was a mud puddle. Like this thing was nasty. And a friend of mine and I, with the instructor, dove in. You couldn't see anything in front of you. It was very frustrating. I think sometimes when we feel off track, it can feel like that. It can feel like I can't even see the next thing that's in front of me. And there's something very interesting in scuba diving. When you're disoriented under the water, it is possible that you don't know which way is up, which is a very scary thing. And when you have a lack of visibility, that can be a real thing. So one thing to do is you can watch which way your bubbles go. Bubbles are always going to go up. Sometimes you might not even be able to see the bubbles very clearly. And so you do something with your mask where you let water into your mask and then you watch which way the water goes in your mask to be able to know which way is up. And so when we're stuck in life, I feel like we almost need to do that kind of exercise to be like, okay, which way is up for me? And one of the best things to do is to just pause, to just take a pause. Remember the old Coca-Cola little adage of like a pause that refreshes, like having a Coca-Cola. It's kind of like take your little Coca-Cola moment. And as the busyness is spinning around you, that will never stop until you stop it. So take a pause. If you feel stuck, take a pause and think back on some of those recommendations for self reflection. Change your environment. Maybe that means going away for a night or for 3 days, getting away. Maybe that means stepping into your backyard and putting in some headphones, something like get out of your typical environment and take a pause. And then I think take a deep breath. We did a book club at a local bookstore in town on Monday night. And one of the girls, she was probably about 26, 27. She said with tears in her eyes, she said, when I first started reading this book, I just thought I'm so behind. I should know this by now. And some of those lies, those are lies. No, you're right on time. You're good. Like the fact that you're digging into these hard questions right now, it's perfect time. I think those lies can get in our head and they just make that feeling of being stuck worse. So take a pause that refreshes, get into a new environment. Don't put pressure on ourselves and just start the process of asking the questions. And even if it takes 3 years to put words to this is how I would articulate my purpose, it's the process of getting there that's going to change you. It's the process of digging in and reflecting. And once you have those words, they're really just for you because the words of your purpose may only be known by you, but everyone else around you is going to experience you living out your purpose. And that is what becomes really powerful.